Most people in life drift and coast their way through it. You need to decide that today you're going to be an engineer and you're going to engineer the life that you want. In episode 4, we're going to talk about reverse engineering your life for the success and the lifestyle that you want. So, basically, what you need to do is you need to define the end goal, you need to define where you want your life to look like in the future. Now, and work backwards from there. Now, you've maybe heard this before, but there's going to be a few key differences here, maybe off the versions that you've heard. You want to build the reps that you want to take to get the outcome that you want. So what I mean is you need to reverse engineer. Okay, if you want to, in 10 years time, you want to own a castle, you want to own a mansion, you want to own a Lamborghini or two, you want to marry a woman with the most beautiful woman at high school, whatever it is, you need to look at it in the future, write it down, and work backwards. Let's work backwards. Let's take you want to own a £100,000 Lamborghini in the next 5 years, whatever it is, or a £1,000,000 house in the next 10. Whatever your numbers are, whatever your dreams are, your £5 million house in 10 years, whatever it is, work backwards from there. You want to start a business that replaces your income and makes you £250,000, £1,000,000 a year, whatever it is. You start from the beginning and you don't work forwards, you work backwards from the end. You reverse engineer. We're better at reverse engineering than we are inventing. That's just fact. Look into the UFO conspiracies and you'll understand. No, and all jokes aside, start from 10 years in the future. I want to own this house. I want to have this business. And it's not a visualization. It's not an affirmation. It's not write it down every single day and journal in your journal. Fuck that. Just write it down. It does help writing it down, but you don't need to journal every day. All you need to know is that you're taking the steps to get there. If you aren't sure what the steps are, we've got the tools. We've got all the resource that you need. You're watching this now. You've got an internet connection. Go on ChatGPT and say, I want to own this house and do this, this, and this in the next 10 years. How would I do that based on my situation now? And put in exactly where you are as well. And it will tell you a script on how to do it. If you're not using ChatGPT yet and you're wanting to start a business, for example, or you are in business and you're not using it to make your business more efficient, make you better, then seriously get on it because it's unreal. But this is about reverse engineering. So let's say 10 years in the future, you want to own this house, right? How much is it going to cost? It's going to cost this much. And what date do I want it by? I want it roughly by this date. Sweet. How do I make that much money in that space of time? Okay, in the next, what does that mean? What does that look like? Okay, in 5 years I need to have this much. In 10 years I need to have this much. Or maybe it's just you want to grow a business. So let's say in 5 years' time you want to have a business with 10 employees. You want to take in $1 million a year, and you want to be in the digital marketing space, for example. I'm not basing this on my own personal thing. I am growing a digital marketing agency, but that isn't necessarily my goal at this, but I'm just using it as a good example because it's easy, it's familiar. So you say, right, well, I'm starting from ground zero. So what do I need to do? I need to understand my company name. I need to understand my thing, my offer. I need to understand who my target market is. I need to understand what I can offer people, what skills I have, what I need to learn. And then you're starting to get a picture. Okay, sweet. And then at some point, so in 5 years, I want to have 5 employees. In 2 years, I want to have a few employees, and I want to be making this much. So that means I need to have 10 clients worth 1,500 each, or whatever it is a month. I need to be able to scale. And you work backwards and you scale it up that way. So let's say you've worked it back, and in the next year, you need to make 100,000. What does that look like a month? Well, that's just shy of 10 grand a month. 8,300 and something, I think. Okay, cool. So how do I do that? I need to work backwards again. I need to break it down week by week, month by month. And if I've missed this month, don't worry about setting goals that are a little bit beyond you and a bit of a stretch. You don't have to be super, super detailed about what they are in the future. You just know that's where you want to get to, right? I want to get there in 10 years. But this year I'm going to focus on this. In the next 6 months I'm going to focus on this. In the next 3 months, in the next month, in the next week. And day by day, hour by hour, if you can. Once you've got a week, say in the next week, right? I want to take on a new client or 2 new clients in my business. How do I do that? How much outreach do I have to do? Do I know? If I don't know, just hit a number and run with it. If that doesn't work, double it next time. I'll do 100 outreaches, email, phone, and referrals if I've got any clients and stuff on at the moment. And then ask them, and ask friends and family, and ask warm outreach, ask people you know. Right, and what do I want to focus on? Oh, well, I'm in the sports niche, sports injury therapy niche now, so maybe I should do one similar to that. So yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's reach out to all the sports therapy niches in and around my area and offer them services. And let's help another business grow, and then obviously help my business grow. Let's offer them something that they need. And that's how you do. You need to. Do you see where I'm trying to go with this? I know I'm rambling, and I know I'm maybe not making sense, and I'm flitting around from point to point here, but I think you understand. You've got to work backwards, figure out the steps that you need, and it can be quite high level the further in the future it goes. But you've got to work backwards, and then you'll get a picture of what you want to achieve in a week, and what you need to achieve in a month, and then what you need to achieve in 3 months. So you need to understand what skills you need to do, what reps you need to do, the actions that you need to take. Once you know that, you set that compass, you set that dial, and you go, that is where I'm going every single day, no deviation. That's what I need to do. That is my KPIs, my key performance indicators. It's just a fancy term for the things that are going to move the needle, the tasks that I need to do daily to move that needle to where I want it to be. So, closing rep for this podcast. Actually, tomorrow, day 5, we're going to talk about being strong to be useful. This is an ethos I learned when I was really young, and I want to share it with you now because it's so powerful and it's always in my mind. But the closing rep for this podcast, setting the outcome, plot the reps that you need to do, and do the next one today. I don't know. ChatGPT came up with a lot of this. I'll be honest with you, and even I don't understand that one. I'm going to refine that. Closing rep. Set the outcome, plot the reps, the tasks, and just do the tasks day by day. Remember, we're daily reps. This is the daily reps that you need to do to get to where you want to go in life. See you in the next one.